Hey guys, Christian over at Fit Car Stereo. Today we're in a 2019 Volkswagen Jetta. We just popped out this radio. Forgot to film the intro when the radio was in, so here we are. If you own this car, subscribe to the channel. We're going to upgrade the amplifier. It's cheap, $250, everything behind the radio, amplifier upgrade. We're going to replace the speakers. We're going to show you how to make your cigarette lighter constant. We have a lot of stuff coming out for this radio. In this car, anything we can find, we're going to film. This is a good friend of mine, Pat's car, so I have easy access to this car. Sit tight and we'll show you how to pop out this radio. Alright guys, so now we're going to start over here. The reason we're starting over here is because of camera angle, so I don't want to go back and forth. So we're going to set this up and then we're going to go inside and do that. So first thing you're going to have to pop off is this little piece. It seems pretty easy, but there is a little bit of a trick to it. We're going to use a PPT1 here. So if you look over here, see how that pries? We're going to stick it in here so you're only prying on the outside piece. Okay? You don't want to pull on everything, you just want to pull on this piece. Alright, get that out of the way and just give it a little twist. Be careful of pulling too hard, you want to scratch other stuff. You got 1, 2, 3, and those 3 goes into those 3 holes in there. Okay? Now, this is probably the hardest part of the whole installation. So this thing's a pain in the ass to get out. Now, if you look over here, you're going to feel that it's rough and then all of a sudden it goes smooth. Okay? So what you want to do is that you want to stick the pry tool under where it goes smooth. So for this one, I'm going to use one I hardly ever use, a PPT5, because it has a nice wide grip to it. So I'm going to jam it in there, and I'm going to pull back. All right, you're going to feel it pop. Once you feel the first one pop and you get your fingers behind it, you can just, well actually no you can't. I lied that. So keep prying, it'll come right out. That looks so easy, you're like, you're lying. There's no way that could be hard. Trust me, that was a pain. That was probably the hardest. To get this out without going crazy, like it really wasn't as easy. Once you know the sweet spot, pop, pop. But besides that, it was a pain. All right, we're gonna take off this screw while we're here, because if I don't take it off now, it's gonna be harder to show from the other side. So all we're gonna do here is gonna T20, Torx bit, counterclockwise, and that comes right up. Now, I'm gonna just show you real quick. This is all one solid piece. All right, so you see this? All right, so this is all part of this. I mean, this will probably come off, but there's no need to pull this off. This comes off with it. All right, guys, so next part of the radio remove, you have to take this piece off. It's not too hard. So I think I've talked about it before. Is a panel tool set PPT 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, as you look, there's different ones. For this one, we're going to start, I think, with the bone tool. So pretty much just look over here. Stick the bone tool. It's the same thing as the other side where you got to separate the 2 pieces of plastic. All right, so that did it. All right, now we're going to just keep prying. Some of you guys may say you should use a pry tool for this, but a pry tool is not really necessary. All right, also make sure you use this side leaning, because not that this would scratch, but you're always going to use the flat side against the car to get the best possible non-scratching. I don't know what you call it. Anyway, so over here, don't pull out like a savage. You're going to have to push to the right. The door has to be open. Don't try this with the door closed. And then it just comes off. So it's not a booby trap, but if you look here, this has a T and this has a T. There's T slots in here. So you kind of, once you pop it all out, you have to shift and pop out. Okay? Now, since we're already here, we're going to take off the 2 screws. 1 and then 2. Okay? So those 2 screws are gone. Now this entire piece has to pop out. Question is, am I going to pop it from here? Because I usually pop it from the other side. Let's try from here. I've never done it from this side. So for you guys that haven't been watching, that don't follow the channel, subscribe. We do pretty, I mean, if you're into this stuff, it's cool videos. So what happened is that Pat got this car, I was on vacation. I came back from vacation. Sorry, plane going by. I came back from vacation and we were... he helped me out. I always say I'm closed, but I'm open, catching up the day before, my last day of vacation. And then we popped out his radio. We went out to eat after we finished our work, and then we had a couple drinks, and I came here and I popped out this radio. This is the 3rd time after that I'm trying to do this, because every single time we've scheduled this, it's been raining. So let's try to pop this out over here. All right, let's... Oh, okay. So drop this. Nice little grip here. Oh, actually, I lied. pull this out first. So if you already have a panel tool, just use it. This makes life a little easier. All right, there we go. So now we get a good grip. So now this thing savagely comes out. I'm not exaggerating. All right, let's do it the way I'm supposed to do it. Let's change camera angles. All right, so I figured out a way to do it from here so you don't have to go to the other side. All right, guys, now the next piece to come off is this entire piece, all right? It's actually pretty easy to do. So what you can do is you're gonna grab panel tool, whichever one you have. This is the PPT 3. You can use this, or you can use the big one too. I like the little one on this one because it has an angle, and this one flexes less, all right? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna put the PPT as close as you can to this edge, okay? See? Because what happens is if you put it over here, you're flexing the outer cover, not the inner cover like we had on the other side. So over there, you're gonna go over here, and you're just gonna pry. Okay, as you can see, look how much is showing. And then once you see that came off, so now we can wiggle, and the whole thing pretty much comes right off, all right? You got 1, you got 2, you got 3, there's a 4th one over here. Now these are gonna be a little rough, just wiggle. But remember, keep pressure here, don't just go like this because you're gonna bend it, all right? So as you can see, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 little tabs that go in the tab. All right, now let me adjust the camera angle so that way we can show you all this over here, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, so now the next part of removal is 3 screws. You got one over here, and one little one over here that is a little bit of a pain to get to. But I think that's it, right? Yeah. 1, 2, and 3. All right, so they're still T20 Torx. So we're gonna put that one's a little bit. Let's do that one last, because that one I have to take the bit off to manually remove. Got one there. Did I get that? Yeah, that's the right one. Second one right there. And then I'm just going to take the bit off the thing just to get this last one out. Whoa. Is that the right one? Nope, it's up here. Look, why is that so tight? Alright, so this one comes off right here, okay? Trying to give you the best lighting possible, but it's a little tricky of an angle. Alright, so now, next thing you're going to do is you're going to pull this all the way down and up away from you. Then, you're going to grab a PPT 1, and you're going to shove it in here. Alright, and you're going to separate these two. Actually, that's not the way it's supposed to. Let's go from the front. But the back came up first, that's fine. So the reason that, because the back one, oh no, you know what? So yeah, because this is the type of thing that slides in and then goes down. All right, so this is attached to this, which is why we took that out. So now that we have this all set up and good to go, we're gonna pull for dear life. All right, over here, sorry for the weird, you know what? Let me adjust the angle so you can see the whole thing. All right, guys, so here it is. All you gotta do now is pull, and this whole thing comes out, all right? So I'm gonna start in this corner. Sorry for the weird lighting, but I'm trying to get this as best as I can. All right, so now we're there. Now over here, you're gonna pull out 2 bottom. Now we're gonna transfer the bottoms. Keep going, only because the bottom. Open this door just in case. I don't think you have to, but all right. Now at this point, I'm not gonna lie to you. When I first pulled this apart, I did have to put some pry tools up here to do some stuff. So I just don't want you to, at home, have an issue and break it. So there goes that. Now you remove this piece, and the whole thing comes apart. Now, if you guys are wondering, this button in the middle was actually, this button right here, this actually doesn't connect, okay? So now that we got this whole piece off, now all we gotta do is pop this bad boy out. I'll be right back. All right, guys, so now we're here. So I'm gonna show you how to take out the radio. So it's actually pretty easy in this car. They're throwing it back just like they did in a 15 GTI. I honestly believe this is a throwback to old school, because this is back when you used to use radio keys to take out Volkswagens. Someone wants to bring back. So these are the Enfig RRK4 radio removal keys, and it's a 4 because it's a 4-pack. They also sold in 2-packs because some cars only need 2. If you look down here, you'll see there's 2 notches, okay? It's directly under the left side of the setup button. Now on this one, the notch faces towards the center. Heard it click. Now on this one, the notch also faces towards the center, but since it's on the left side, it goes towards the right side. And here's where it gets tricky. First time I took out this radio, oh, it's a little bent. There it goes. So it was a little bit of an angle, so I had to go like kind of in towards it. All right. Now here's where it gets tricky. The upper locking tabs actually go in backwards, so they go with the notch facing outward, which is the first time I've ever seen that in any car. I literally fought with this for about 20 minutes trying to figure out how to get it out. So the notches here are more towards the left side of the radio side, and over here towards the left, notch facing outward again. Okay, well, looks like that one went in but didn't bite. Oh, that one bit. All right, this one didn't bite. Let's try it again. I like my videos real. I don't like you guys sitting there struggling and be like, well, when he did it, it went right in. All right, there you go. So there you go. You got 4 corners taken out. Now, I guess usually, so you see this locking tab? It's now on the inside, okay? So over here, you get to squeeze, and when you squeeze, it releases the locking tab. I mean the key. Now the locking tab on this one is on the inside since the key's backwards. So you're gonna have to grab it like this. And once you pull it, releases. Now, I'm gonna do that on the other side. I'm not gonna show you the other side because it's repetitive. At the radio's out. You guys are like, oh, what's back there? I see a din and a half din. All right. So before I show you the goodies over here, I'm gonna tell you right now. For this car, we already have I'm going to show it to you since I have you hostage. This is a harness, okay? This harness was made to plug in an amplifier behind this radio, so if you're installing aftermarket amplifier goes in and out, that's for sale. Now these two right here go into an amplifier that we sell that's direct plug-in for this car. So you plug in, you plug out, amplifier upgrade. Look for that video too. We did it in this car, and the sound upgrade is amazing. We're trying to... It's definitely under 250. We're trying to keep it at 200. We're just shopping around for prices and stuff. But yeah, check the website. It definitely would be 250 and under for that upgrade. Oh. All right. So now, no CDs in here, so you don't have to worry about taking the CDs out. Now over here, we have the AM/FM antenna. Let's pop that out. And pop this out. Okay. Now this right here. Oh, for any of you guys that are... we have the radio installation stuff, so we have everything to keep everything in this car to install aftermarket radio. But the dash kit, I don't think is going to be made for a while because this cars have CarPlay, number 1. Number 2, most of our dash kits come from German companies and European companies. And this one, unfortunately, is a US, I think Japan only market. So I'm having a problem with that, so I'm going to stick my panel tool in there and wiggle it back and forth. As you can see, it came right out. So now, all right, so that is the USB, okay, that goes down below. And now this is a standard quad lock, but the new style. So you push that backward. All right, I just don't want to scratch up the car. And once you squeeze that, it comes right out. This is the back of the radio. So this is basically a tablet with a little amplifier in here, okay? And very simple, all right? And now when you look in here, so you'll be able to fit one of those radios that has a DIN top in here if you wanted to go aftermarket. Or you might be able to chop all this up and fill a standard radio. I'm not sure what Volkswagen's doing, but anyway, that's how you take out the radio. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for this video. So this car belongs to Pat, who is a good friend of mine, who is currently working for me a couple days a week, helping me out around the shop. So we already did the amplifier upgrade. Now we did a simple amplifier upgrade, cheap, plug and play, and it sounds amazing. Now we're also going to do the speaker upgrade. So we already upgraded the amplifier. We didn't upgrade the amplifier. We boosted the factory radio, so it sounds better. You can now. Most people aren't worried about clarity. If you're worried about clarity, obviously this isn't for you. If you just want like a nice little boost in volume and bass, this is exactly who this is for. Usually my radio installs, like I tend to use a $1,200 amplifier. This whole thing for everything, plug and play harness and everything, we're keeping under $250. So hopefully at $200, but we don't know that yet. But all right, so that's it. This video is brought to you by enfitcarstereo.com. We sell, we install, we ship worldwide. If you're a shop, We have wholesale accounts. And check out our YouTube channel, subscribe. If you watched it to the end, please give me a like. I mean, if you watched it all the way to the end, you're here. Give me a like, leave me a comment. Hey, I watched it to the end. Or I gotta think of something clever for you guys to say on there. Also, if you're in the local area of New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, we're in New Jersey, and you have this car, give us a holler. We might actually need some cars to do a bunch of different videos and maybe custom reviews. I'm not sure what we're doing with this car yet, but this is a brand new car, so it's exciting. Anyway, nfitcarstereo.com. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe also. Thank you for watching.